Well, good morning. Good morning. We're going to go ahead and get started. We would ask for those of you who want a seat to take your seats. Those of you that want to remain standing, feel free to do so, but come a little closer. Today we come together to honor and recognize those who served and continue to serve our country. That service is selfless, putting our own priorities aside for those who chose to protect the Republic, the United States of America. For those that are assembled today that answered that call, I want to challenge you to go back to your why. My why was being compelled after seeing firsthand the events that happened on September 11th. Little did I know the Air Force base that I would join would be the first base that had responded to the attacks. The origin of Veterans Day came from the signing of an armistice, a temporary cessation of hostilities. On Monday, November 11th, 1918, at approximately 11 a.m., when all fighting ceased between Allied nations and Germany, effectively ending World War I. A year later, the president then, Woodrow Wilson, proclaimed November 11th, 1919, as the first commemoration of Armistice Day, a day that President Wilson said was filled with solemn pride in heroism for those who died in our country's service and gratitude for the victory. For many years, Washtenaw Community College has paused with the raising of the flag very early in the morning before many of us were on campus at 7 a.m., but to have a service to honor those who gave that ultimate sacrifice, their life, but also to honor those who answered the call and have or are currently still serving. Each year we have a faculty member, Gayle Martin, who comes and she fills the room with energy. So I'm going to ask Gayle Martin to come and to sing the Star-Spangled Banner. Gayle, let's give her a round of applause as she comes.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light who was so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, who were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red bombs burst in the air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Can we give another round of applause for faculty member Gayle Martin? Her CDs will be available in the back after this experience today. They're on sale, special for us. An advocate of veterans and has made a focus on having our college be a veteran-friendly school is our president, Dr. Rose Bellanca, who I would like to ask to come and to provide some remarks.
Good morning. Good morning. It's an honor to stand before you. I'd like to thank all of you that have served our country for what you have done. For me, for my family, and for everyone that's in this room. and for people we don't even know, thank you. Thank you so much. And Brandon's words were so true. It's selfless. It is selfless. And thank you. Thank you for taking time, not only the time, but have the courage to do what you did. Thank you. And Gayle, that had to be the most touching rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner I've ever heard. Thank you so very much. Thank you. And Brandon, what a more fitting person to begin this than someone who is a veteran. Thank you so much. I'd like to welcome everyone for joining us today. It's a very special day for all of us, and just last year we were looking at this on Zoom. Can you imagine that? And we get to be face to face. That's another good thing about our country, is that it doesn't matter how bleak it looks sometimes. We always rally, and we do rally, and I'm very proud of that. Veterans Day is very special here at the college, and in this season of thanks, it seems to be especially fitting to take time out to thank you for what you have done. You know, we have nearly 500 student veterans here on our campus. And I'm wondering if our veterans who are students and our veterans that are employees could just stand so that we can acknowledge all of you at this time. Thank you. Thank you for your service to our country, for your bravery and the sacrifices that you've made, for putting your lives on the line to protect our freedom and liberties, to make the United States of America safe. You are all heroes, and we owe you a great debt of gratitude. Our special tributes today actually began, as Brandon mentioned, at 7 a.m. with the patriotic and very moving flag-raising ceremony just outside of the Student Center. And all of us are filled with pride for our country and our military as we watch the flag being hoisted up against the rising of the sun. Thank you so much to our student veterans, Michael Ma, who served in the United States Marine Corps, and to Jacob Inman, who served in the United States Navy, for leading this morning's flag-raising ceremony. We have a great program in store for you right now, including remarks from student veteran speakers Carter Hauer and Thomas Harris Jr., who both served in the U.S. Army. We are also honored that our Wadhams Veterans Center here will be presented a very special American flag and certificate by Captain Todd Osborne of the United States Army. Captain Osborne is the son of our own Carol Osborne, who is Washtenaw Community College's military and veteran coordinator. Captain Osborne flew the flag with great pride. Where are you, Captain Osborne? Wow, thank you. He flew the flag with great pride in the skies over Iraq and Syria in support of Operation Inherent Resolve. This flag logged 5.2 combat hours on December 21st, 2020, on board of Chinook helicopter by members of the Michigan and Ohio Army National Guard. Thank you. We look forward to this special flag presentation and to hearing from our student veterans, and I'd like to thank you all again for being here today. And most importantly, thank you to our veterans. Make sure you stay and so we can have some time to talk to each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bellanca, for those words. But now I'd like to introduce for some remarks from our Student Veterans Center, Carter Howard, who's from the United States Army. Mr. Howard.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, President Bellanca, honored guests, and fellow students, and thanks for joining our veterans and me in observance of this day. I would like to share with you today about what it's like to be a veteran and what we endure. To begin to understand, one has to appreciate what it means to be an American, and for one to willingly stand in the way of imminent danger and adversity, to protect this great country, and then return home again and live to tell the tale. What drives this person to do such a thing and for people they've never met? As veterans, we come from many walks of life and from many parts of the world. We have unilaterally come together for one goal, the preservation of our way of life and the defense of our great nation. And for future generations to live peacefully and to find and live their version of the American dream. The training we persevere through is enough to break most people physically and mentally. It is designed for that. We've all experienced extreme temperatures, being wet, hungry, and tired for days on end. In some cases, weeks, months, and even years. Our training makes us at times resent one another, forces us to face our fears, isolates us, and makes us use every ounce of our intellect to solve any problem before us. And sometimes intentionally is designed to make us fail. But with that chance to overcome that failure. And we are trained while being hungry, wet and cold, sleep deprived, and overloaded with the equipment and resources that will help make us successful. All this training is meant for the goal of deploying to a foreign land. Sometimes familiar lands, sometimes our own backyards. To accomplish this given mission with the hopes of returning with a positive impact on people's lives and with all of our buddies with whom we've trained so arduously. This isn't always the case. Sometimes there is failure, and sometimes there is loss. And those things never leave us. They stay with us, and they make us who we are today. When we're finally ready to hang up our uniform after years of strife, some of us decide to move on to a new pursuit of knowledge so that we can contribute to our country once again, while feeling safe and supported by those still serving. And while we thought of new and different kinds of challenges seem daunting, it's not as dire as what we've encountered in our past. So it drives us further, knowing we can rely upon one another and test our academic limits. Many veterans choose their school of choice. That's the benefit of being a veteran. And what better place than to be right here and now as part of this great community at WCC, where we can rely on faculty and staff for support. And we have the amazing opportunity to transfer to multiple prestigious universities. A place where we can all come together and share our pasts, our lives, from a nearly infinite number of perspectives, helping us grow as individuals, which contributes to this tremendous culture of learning. Thanks again to everyone for being here and allowing myself, one of your newest members, to join this wolf pack. And now fellow student veteran Thomas Harris Jr. will now say a few words.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, those are nice words, Carter. Thank you very much. Let me first say I'm glad I came to this college. I really am. When I came home, I wanted to go to the University of Michigan, but they told me to come here first. They actually recommended me come here, and I'm glad I did. I truly am. This morning, me and another veteran, we were talking this morning, and he was talking about getting his wife a gift. And I was like, what are you going to go buy her? He said, I'm thinking about buying her a watch. I don't buy her a watch. He's like, why not? It's a clock on the stove. So, you'll be all right. Buy her a blender. She can make you fresh smoothies in the morning for breakfast. So, So I hope he keeps that in mind, Jacob. But I want to say good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. I am Thomas James Harris, Jr. I'm a proud veteran of this esteemed college. I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Rose Bellanca, who's been a true supporter of the Wadhams Veterans Center. My mentor, Cheryl Harvey, who has been my guiding light since I've been here. She's took me under her wing and taught me a lot and helped me along the way. And last but not least, the ladies of the Wadhams Veterans Center, Jane Militello, Carmen Parise, Ms. Cheryl, Ms. Carol. These ladies of the Student Veterans Center have been a positive motivating force within my life, and I truly appreciate you all. You have my utmost respect, admiration, and love always. And to the professors and faculty and staff. Today is a bittersweet day for me. This will be my last Veterans Day celebration here at WCC. Like many that have come here before me, it is now my turn to travel on to the University of Michigan. During my time here, I've had my shares of up and downs. In the middle of a semester, I had to have a life-ending, emergency life-threatening surgery in the middle of a semester. The professors here helped me, guide me along. They've been understanding to my plight, and more importantly, they showed genuine concern. I'm truly grateful for the leadership, professionalism, and courtesy that has been given to me. For this, I will be eternally grateful. As a future alumni, I give my word to always give praise to this college. This is my foundation in higher education, something I will never forget. I have met many a great veteran here, to which I have forged lifelong bonds with. The teachings that have bestowed upon me, I will use to teach and inspire the upcoming youth and elders. And in closing, I'd like to thank you for supporting our veterans here. It's not easy transitioning from military life to college life. And to all the professors, faculties, and to the ladies of the Veterans Center, I salute you. I wish you all the best. Take care. Don't stumble, and be humble. Thank you very much.
Can we give Carter and Thomas another round of applause? Thank you so much for sharing. At this time, we have a special presentation by Captain Todd Osborne from the United States Army, who's going to present us the flag that President Bellanca mentioned, as well as a certificate, and I believe has some greetings.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me here for this Veterans Celebration event. Thank you, President Bellanca and the Wadhams Center for organizing this event, and especially on today. Today is Veterans Day. There's a lot to be said about today. Okay, it's different than Memorial Day. Memorial Day, you know, we celebrate the fallen. Today, we celebrate the current, the former military members, and the family as well, because I couldn't do my job without family support. I want to talk about three things, and if my former battalion commander has taught me any better, it's be brief, be sincere, then be gone. So it's really hard to follow these two fine gentlemen up front, so I'll keep it short and sweet. So I want to talk today about tradition. Okay, tradition is a thing that we all get centered on. Okay, it's a thing that we can all come together, and one great tradition that I get to be part of, being an aviation officer, Chinook pilot, is we get asked a lot of times to fly flags for people. Okay, I get from an infantry soldier on the ground to people that are working in the DFAC. Okay, they're like, hey, sir, can you fly this flag for me and my family? That way they know I was here and I did something. So it's a great thing that we get to do, and it not only is good for them, but also for me as well, because it reminds me of why we're doing what we're doing, why we're supporting the troops on the ground, and why we're flying and doing our jobs. It gives us that center, like I was talking about. So I did bring the flag today. Dr. Bellanca, you kind of you definitely stole the thunder on that one for me. So if you would mind coming up here, I'll present it to you. So this is the flag that was flown. She basically read all the pertinent information about it. I personally flew this in the back of my helicopter, and I just want to present it to you on behalf of Bravo Company 3238th, General Support Aviation Battalion, and Team Outcast.
Thank you.
There you
Can
go.
we just take this off for 1 minute, okay?
No, you're fine.
I was vaccinated.
I'm
don't worry.
vaccinated too, so it's
Okay.
okay. You're welcome. Yep. So on the certificate, it has, the information of the aircraft that flew it, when we flew it, how many hours, then I had all the crew members sign it. So, and it's a great thing we get to do to, bring the home front to the battlefront. So
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay. The last two things I'll talk about real quick. So we talked about tradition, I want to talk about community. Okay, community is so important as a veteran. We gotta stick together. We're the 1%, we're less than 1%, okay? We gotta have each other's backs to have our six, okay? So we have this center like the Wadhams Community Center for Veterans. That is a great resource for veterans to get plugged in, especially ones who don't know what to do when they come, from the military. And I highly recommend just getting that community there, even if it's just sharing stories. And I go back to tradition, right? Veterans Day is about sharing those stories. Funny, bad, sad. We have a lot of bad, dirty memories, jokes and stuff, and it's a good, safe place to share those type of things. And then the last thing I want to leave you with is legacy, okay? So we have the tradition, flying flags, doing our mission overseas, having the community and our brotherhood that we have, and then that legacy. So your legacy is what you're going to leave behind for your families and future generations. And having the ability to get more education benefits, to get more information, to just better yourself is going to leave that legacy behind. And that's pretty much what I want to talk about today. So thank you once again, President Bellanca. Thank you, Washtenaw Community College, for letting me present this flag to you today. So happy Veterans Day.
Thank you so much, Captain Osborne, for that presentation. Today is a day of celebration and reflection, but it is my belief that Veterans Day should be every day. The sacrifice and the service, the bravery and the commitment. In the Air Force, as we would say, the service before self and a warrior mindset. I'm going to ask all that are assembled today that as we celebrate the lives that have served and are still serving, those are our true heroes. And can we celebrate them with one more boisterous round of applause for our students, our faculty and staff, and all those who are serving. This now will conclude our celebration. There is a lot of cake and a lot of punch. And we would ask that you not run back to class or to your office or to a meeting, but to take a moment to share with someone who you did not come to this celebration with over some cake and punch. Have a great day.